Journaling with Trina. I am so excited to share this opportunity with you. Today, we're going to talk about the supplies that are needed for journaling. Really easy and simple. There's only two things that we need to get started. So, the first thing I want to talk about is again something to write with. So, again, you don't have to have a fancy cup, but I kind of have a little cup to put my writing utensils in just to kind of motivate me, just to inspire me to just get into mood of writing. So the first thing we want to start with is again something to write with. Now, a lot of people say they like to journal with pencil because if they don't like what they're writing, they can always erase it. That's fine. You can use a pencil, you can use a pen. It really doesn't matter what writing utensil you use. But just make sure that you have one. So again, what I have here in my cup, just writing utensils. There are colored pens. There's pink, there's blue, there's orange, there's purple. And again, this came from the dollar store. So I think for a set of maybe 16 colored pens, got them all for $1. So again, the whole goal is not to spend tons of money, but just purchase something that's going to inspire you. I love a lot of colors, and so I use things that are colorful, that are bright, that are cheery, to just get me in the mood to write. So the first thing, again, is we want to make sure that we have something to write with. You can put your writing utensils in a cup. You can just leave them on your desk. The choice is yours. It doesn't really matter, just as long as you have something to write with. Secondly, we need something to write on, right? So again, there are several things we can use. This is just a spiral notebook. Again, got this from the dollar store. So what you want to do is you want to have something that has a binding on it, something that's kind of secure, something that's going to keep your pages together. Because if you're going to use this a lot, you want to make sure that it's really nice and really sturdy, and you don't want to have any pages torn out. So again, very cost effective. I think I got this from a store here called Five Below. So everything in the store is $5 or below. And also, I don't have any with me, but you can also use just a regular spiral notebook. I think Walmart has those for like 88 cents, $1. You can also use one of those as well. I don't have one of those with me, but you can definitely get just a regular spiral notebook from any dollar store or Dollar General. So I like prints too. So again, this is kind of your preferences, what you like. If you're a very colorful, vibrant person, you may want to use a lot of color. If not, you can always use something plain, but you just want to make sure that you have something that's very nice and very sturdy, and something that you can actually write with that has a lot of pages, because we're going to be doing a lot of writing. So again, you just want to make sure you have something that you're very comfortable with, something that you know you're going to want to pick up, get you motivated to start writing. Now, here is one of my most favorite things, again, is different types of journals. So we're not going to get into this right now because there's so many different ways that you can journal. But today's video, we're just talking about supplies. What supplies that are needed to be an effective journaler. So again, there's just two major ingredients, right? So again, this journal, they have different topics. So I have this one here, and this one talks about choosing your own journey. And then I have writing prompts. So I really am so excited, and I don't want to talk too much about the types of journaling because this particular video is just really talking about the supplies that are needed to journal. But again, if you're fancy, you want to get journals to have writing prompts. Here's one, again, came from the dollar store. There's another one. It says the Inspired Journal. You can use this one as well. Again, full of, you want to make sure that the binding is kind of sturdy, because you're going to be opening it a lot and closing a lot. You want to make sure that there's nothing loose or any of your pages that may want to fall out. So you want to keep it nice and secure. So here's another one of my favorites. Again, very colorful, very bright, makes you motivated, want to get up, you want to journal, and it's very inspiring. However, again, if you still want to stick with the regular notebooks, you can do that as well. No pressure. Don't spend a lot of money. Again, you want to make sure you just be very cost effective. There's tons of different kind of notebooks, again, at the dollar store. So please do not spend a lot of money. And then here's another type of journal. I think this one is called the bucket list journal. So again, as you can see, I still have the sticker on here. This is another journal that came from 5 and Below. So it's a store that sell items that are $5 or less. So again, it depends on your preference. You can always stick with a regular notebook, does the same thing. And then here's another type of journal, again, the Inspired Journal, and it says full of art, insight, and creativity. There are some other words in there that I'm not really sure what they say, but again, you want to make sure that your journal is nice and sturdy because you're going to be using it a lot, and you want to make sure that you don't lose any pages. And that's pretty much it. So again, to start journaling, you just want to make sure that you have something to write with. Again, if you want a nice cup, you can put your utensils in a cup. You don't have to use pens. Again, some people use pencils. I prefer to use pens because, again, you're creating memories, lasting memories, and you want to make sure that you keep them, right? You want to make sure that you keep them and you can go back to them, and you don't want to get it all smudged because sometimes with writing with pencils, sometimes it's smudged if it gets wet. So it just creates a big mess, and then all of your wonderful memories are gone. We definitely don't want that. And then I have a nice little cute little bucket. So I keep all my journals in a bucket. Oh, I'm sorry, a basket. I said bucket, a basket. So you want to make sure that you kind of keep your supplies organized. So that way when you start journaling, you don't have to kind of look for things. Everything is kind of together. Everything is in one neat spot. So again, today we just pretty much talked about the supplies needed to start journaling. If you like this channel, please hit the button below, like and subscribe. I will be uploading videos every week. So next week we'll be talking about the different types of journaling. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you liked anything that I've shared, please make sure you hit the like button below and subscribe to Journaling with Trina. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys next week. Happy journaling.